Hi, Guy. Oh, hi, guys. It's me, Saif O'Connor. Today we are reading Horrid Henry's Christmas Lunch, written by Francesca Simon in the book Horrid Henry Shows Who's Boss. Okay, let the story begin. Oh, handkerchiefs, just what I wanted, said Perfect Peter. Thank you so much. Okay, I wonder what a handkerchief is, although it's okay. Although he doesn't mind handkerchiefs. Well, it's very nice. Not handkerchiefs again, moaned Horrid Henry, throwing the hankies aside and ripping the paper off. In the next present, ripping the paper off the present in his pile. Don't tear the wrapping paper, squeaked Perfect Peter. Okay, so I do change my accents to so it would be funny, although I may be wrong, but I just like to. Let's continue the story, shall we? Horrid Henry ripped open the present and groaned. Yuck! A pen, pencil, and ruler. Yuck! A dictionary. Yuck! Gloves. Okay. £15 should have been a lot more. Ew! A pink bow from Aunt Ruby. Ew! Mints. Mints are good for you, actually. They make your breath smell fresh as a flower. Yum! Huge tin of chocolates. Too much chocolate is going to cause diabetes. Good. 5 more nights for his army. Very good. A subscription to Gross Out Fan Club. What is a fan club? And very, very good. A Terminator, Gladiator, and where are the rest? Is that it? Shrieked Henry. You haven't opened my present, Henry, said Peter. I hope you like it. Horrid Henry tore off the wrapping. It was manners with Maggie counter. Oh, gross. No, thank you. Henry, said Mum. That's no way to receive a present. I don't care, moaned Horrid Henry. Where's my Zapion hip-hop dinosaur? And where's the rest of the Terminator Gladiator fighting kit? I want everything, not just the drill. Maybe next year, said Mum. I want it now. Howled Henry. Henry, you know that I want doesn't get, said Peter. Is that right, Mum? It certainly is, said Mum. And I haven't heard you say thank you, Henry. At least Peter just said thank you for literally receiving a good present. Oh my god, no, not a wasp! I haven't heard you say thank you, Henry. Horrid Henry glared at Peter and sprang. He was a hornet, stinging a worm to death. Do wasps even do this? Do they even do this? Wailed Peter. Henry, stop or ding dong! They're here! Shouted Horrid Henry, leaping up and abandoning his prey. That means more presents. Wait, Henry, said Mum. But too late. Henry raced to the door and flung it open. There stood Granny and Grandpa, Frizzy Polly, Pimply Paul, and Vomiting Vera. Give me my presents, he shrieked, snatching a bag of wrapped gifts out of Granny's hand and spilling them on the floor. Now where were the ones with his name on? Merry Christmas, everyone, said Mum brightly. Henry, don't be rude. I'm not being rude. Sorry, said Henry. I just want my presents. Great money, said Henry, beaming. Thanks, Granny, but couldn't you add a few pounds? And Henry, don't be horrid, snapped Dad. Let the guests take off their coats, said Mum. Well, he did let them, said Vomiting Vera, throwing up on Paul. I know she likes food. That's why she vomited on him. That's just gross. Eek! Said Polly. All the grown-ups gathered in the sitting room to open their gifts. Peter, thank you so much for the perfume. It's my favourite, said Granny. Okay. Well, he did say thank you. Peter, thank you so much for the perfume. It's my favourite, said Granny. I know, said Peter. And what a lovely comic, Henry, said Grandma. Mutamax is my, favourite. Just look at the old man. Look at them. Look at it. Thank you, Henry, said Grandpa. This comic looks very interesting. I'll have it back when you've finished with it, said Mum. Said Henry. Henry! Said Mum, glaring. For some reason, Polly didn't look delighted with her present. Eek! Squeaked Polly. This soap has hairs in it. Is that cat hair? Who putted cat hair in that? That was very silly. She pulled out a long black one. It's probably maybe it's from a black cat. That came free, said Horrid Henry. We're getting you toothpaste next time, you little brat. He is a little brat, Pimply Poll, muttered Pimply Poll under his breath. Honestly, there were no pleasing some people, thought Horrid Henry. Indigently. He had given Paul a great bar of soap, and he didn't seem thrilled. So much for its thought that counts. A poem, said Mum. Henry, how lovely. Read it out loud, said Grandpa. Dear old wrinkly Mum, don't be glum. Don't be glum. 'Cause you got a phantom and an even bigger... Maybe later. A bigger bum. That's the weirdest poem ever. Maybe later, said Mum. Another poem, said Dad. Great. Let's read it, said Granny. Dear old baldy Dad. That's so worth it, said Dad, folding Henry's poem quickly. Oh, said Polly, staring at the crystal frog vase Mum and Dad had given her. How funny! This looks just like the vase I had given Aunt Ruby for Christmas last year. What a coincidence, said Mum, blushing bright red. Great minds think alike, said Dad quickly. Dad gave Mum an iron. Oh, an iron, just what I always wanted, said Mum. Mum gave Dad oven gloves. Oh, oven gloves, just what I wanted, said Dad. Pimply Poll gave Prissy Polly a huge power drill. Eek! Squealed Polly. What's this? Oh, that's the megawatt super duper Drillo Matic 670 XM3, said Paul. And just wait until you see the attachments. You're getting those for your birthday. Oh, said Polly. Granny gave Grandpa a lovely mug to put his false teeth in. Grandpa gave Nanny a shower cap and a bumper pack of dusters. A pack of dusters. What super presents, said Mum. Yes, said Perfect Peter. I loved every single one of my presents, especially the tombs and walnuts in my stocking. I didn't, said Horrid Henry. Henry, don't be horrid, said Dad. Who like a mince pie? Are they homemade or from the shop? Asked Henry. Homemade, of course. Homemade, of course, said Dad. Gross, said Henry. Ooh, said Polly. No, Vera, she squealed as Vera vomited all over the plate. Never mind, said Mum brightly. There's more in the kitchen. Horrid Henry was bored. Horrid Henry was fed up. The presents had all been opened. His parents had made him go on a long, boring walk. Dad had confiscated his tomato when he had speared with Peter. Peter with. So what now? Grandpa was sitting in the armchair with his pipe, snoring, his tinsel crown slipping over his face. Prissy Polly and Pimply Paul were squabbling over whose turn it was to change Vera's stinky nappy. Eek! Said Polly. I did it last. I did it. I did, said Paul. That's just neglecting. Please stop neglecting your diary. You'll go to jail for the rest of your life. Wailed vomiting Vera. Perfect Peter was watching Sammy the Snail slithering about on TV. Horrid Henry snatched the clicker and switched channels. Hey, I was watching that, protested Peter. Tough, said Henry. Let's see what was on. Tra-la-la, ick, Daffy, and the dancing fairies. Wait, I want to watch, wailed Peter. Click, and the tension builds as the judges compared tomatoes groan. Click, wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Click. Charcoal's Catherine is one of the wonders of click. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Open, click. Why was there nothing good on TV? Just a baby movie about singing cars he's seen a million times already. I'm bored, moaned Henry, and I'm starving. He wandered into the kitchen, which looked like a hurricane that he swept through. Where's lunch? I thought we were eating at 2. I'm starving. Soon, said Mum. She looked a little frazzled. There's been a little problem with the oven. So where's lunch? Bellowed Horrid Henry. When it's ready, bellowed Dad. Horrid Henry waited and waited and waited. Where's lunch? Asked Polly. Where's lunch? Asked Paul. Where's lunch? Asked Peter. As soon as the turkey is cooked, said Dad. He peeked into the oven. He poked the turkey when he went pale. It's hardly cooked, he whispered. Check the temperature, said Granny. Dad checked. Oops, said Dad. Never mind. We can start with the sprouts, said Mum cheerfully. That's not the right way to do sprouts, said Granny. You're peeling too many of the leaves off. Look how angry she is. Yes, Mother, said Dad. That's not the right way to make sauce. To make bread sauce, said Granny. Yes, Mother, said Dad. That's not the right way to make stuffing, said Granny. Yes, Mother, said Dad. That's not the right way to roast potatoes, said Granny. Mother, yelled Dad. Leave me alone! Don't be horrid, said Grandma. I'm not being horrid, said Dad. Come along, Granny. Let's get you a nice drink and leave the chef on his own, said Mum, steering Granny firmly towards the sitting room. Well, then she stopped. Is something burning? Asked Mum. Sniffing, Dad checked the oven. Not in here. There was a shriek. There was a shriek from the sitting room. It's Grandpa! Shouted Perfect Peter. Everyone ran in. There was Grandpa, asleep in his chair. A thin column of black smoke rose from the arms. His paper crown, drooping all over his pipe, was smoking. No! Oh no, he's gonna die! What? Mumbled Grandpa, as Mum whacked him with her spoon. Ah! He gurgled as Dad threw water over him. Where's lunch? Screamed Horrid Henry. When it's ready, screamed Dad. It was dark when Henry's family finally sat down to Christmas lunch. Henry's tummy was rumbling so loudly with hunger he thought the walls would cave in. Henry and Peter made a dash to the seat against the wall, furthest from the kitchen. Get off! Shouted Henry. It's my turn to sit here, wailed Peter. Mine! Slap, slap! Whoa! Screeched Henry. Whoa! Wailed Peter. Quiet! Screamed Dad. Mum brought in fresh ivy and holly and ivy to decorate the table. Lovely, said Mum, placing the falls all along the centre. Very festive, said Granny. I'm starving, wailed Horrid Henry. It isn't Christmas lunch, it's Christmas lunch. This isn't Christmas lunch, it's Christmas dinner. Shush, said Grandpa. The turkey was finally cooked. There was platefuls Stuffing, sprouts, and cranberries, bread sauce, and peas. Smells good, said Granny. Boy, said Grandpa. What a feast. What happened to Vera? Horrid Henry was so hungry he could eat the tablecloth. Ew. Come on, let's eat, he said. Hold on, I'll just get the roast potatoes, said Dad, wearing his new oven gloves. He carried in steaming hot potatoes in a glass roasting dish and set it in the middle of the table. Well, voila, said Dad. Now who wants dog meat and voila? What's that crawling? Ah! Screamed Polly. There are spiders everywhere. Millions of tiny spiders were pouring from the holly and crawling all over the table and the food. Don't panic, shouted Pimply Paul, leaping from his chair. I don't know what to do. But before he could say it, do anything, the glass dish with the roast potatoes exploded. Crash! Smash! Eek! Screamed Polly. Everyone stared at the silvers of glass skittering all over the table, glistening all over the table and food. Dad sank down his chair and covered his eyes. Where are we going to get more food? Whispered the gnome. I don't know, said Dad. I know, said Horrid Henry. Let's start with Christmas pudding and defrost some pizza. Dad opened his eyes. Mum opened her eyes. That, said Dad. That is a brilliant idea. I really fancy some pizza, said Grandad. Me too, said Granny. Henry beamed. It wasn't often his ideas were recognized for their brilliance. Merry Christmas, everyone, said Horrid Henry. Merry Christmas. The end. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Although, yeah, I really want you to. So, if you like Horrid Henry, watch more videos which can be found on my channel.